Let me address a few of these. I'm going to scroll down here. First of all, what do you need to do? We're going to start at the left. What do you need to do to make an effective retro when people aren't participating? You need to, first of all, listen and observe. I have an idea for you that might be a little bit out there, but trust me, it's powerful in your ability to influence a team. When people don't speak, they're actually telling you something. When someone doesn't give feedback, they're actually giving you feedback. It's our job as coaches, facilitators, people leading retros to see if we can read between the lines and understand why. If someone refuses to come to a retrospective, that refusal is giving you good information. They don't find it valuable. Someone told them they better do their work or else, or maybe they just don't like you, but they're giving you information. And so you need to make sure to learn from the things that aren't said as well as the things that are said. So the first thing we want to do is we want to listen and observe our teams. What do you see? What do you hear? Yes, that's on the surface, but then go a little bit deeper. Why are maybe some of those interactions happening? If you really pay attention and you really listen to a retrospective, you can see safety in work in the retrospective. You can see people visibly open up and talk confidently to the room as if everyone believes what they say. And then you can see the people get very quiet and very closed who say, no, nothing to report. Or you can see that look across the table where someone looks over to make sure they're doing okay and someone's not going to chew them out. Yeah, everything's fine. Or no, I think we should only fix that. Look for those things. You can start to see them as you read the room. It's obviously harder inside of Zoom in a virtual environment, but if you can get cameras on and microphones on, you can see some of those subtle nuances, those body language cues. You can see those if you're able to interact with video. If not, it gets a little bit harder. But you want to listen and observe. You want to do everything you can do to create a safe space. Read the retrospective prime directive at the beginning of a retro. If you feel like safety is a problem, do a safety check. Ask everyone to anonymously report how safe they feel so you can show the team, look, we have several team members who don't feel as safe, like they can speak up and say what they want. It's your job to create that environment. If you're leading a retro, where people can feel safe to comment, safe to disagree, safe to add their voice to the conversation. That's a whole nother topic. But if you can create a safe space for the team, you will see more effective retrospectives. One of the key ways to do that is expect and demand respect in your retrospectives. Tell the team, we're here as a team, we're here to get better, but we're going to respect one another. I have down here from scrum.org, the Scrum values, right? This is a great image to share with your team. Identify respect as one of the key values your team is going to exhibit, especially in your retrospectives. If someone else is talking, you're not going to cut them off. No, that's not a problem. We're going to respect each other. And then you as a facilitator, if you see disrespect, remind people on the team, step in and say, hold on. Let's hear what they have to say. We are going to respect their opinion. Even if we disagree with it, we can discuss that later, but we want to respect that each person has a right to share what they feel like are opportunities to improve. So make sure you establish respect as key in your retrospectives. And then you want to show progress. If a team feels like they get together every 2 weeks and talks about how to improve and nothing changes, they're going to disengage very quickly. You need to make sure that every retrospective, you're picking something as an experiment the team can influence. And then you want to report back on the progress of that experiment. You want to make sure to bring back stories. Hey, team, this last iteration, we all agreed to do this experiment. What happened? Did it work? Do we need to change? Talk through those things. You want to think big with a team, but start small and make sure you're learning fast. And this last one, you want to facilitate to participation. Don't just facilitate by saying, whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. You want to intentionally lead them into participation as you facilitate. Ways to do that: understand the 5 phases of a retrospective. This is a link. You can also Google it. Look into maybe liberating structures. It's a great tool for ways to engage a team with some open space ideas. Take a coaching stance and maybe do a one-on-one with participants who aren't participating. If they're not participating in the retros, maybe you need to do a coaching opportunity with them and say, hey, help me understand what's holding you back in our retros. I really feel like you have some good ideas, but I don't ever hear them. And then look into invitation and especially the concepts of open space. These are some links over here to the right. You can also Google that. 5 phases, liberating structures, the coaching stance, and open space. Those are all ideas that can help you participate or facilitate to participation with the people inside of your retrospectives. All right, if you've got questions, you can drop them in the chat, drop them in the feedback. We'll come back.